Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 117 here, bringing you a Company of Heroes 2 replay, brought to you by Alexandberg. Yes, Alexandberg in this 2v2. You sent me quite a few, been kind of going through them. Alright, so let's see now. You are an American player, and we also have a British player with 2 Vermog. Very nice to see, very nice to see. Anyway, if you'd like to send in your own Company of Heroes 2 replay, make sure it's new, because I think by the time I record this, either it's gonna be the stuff I did with there might be a live one coming up. I'm still deciding on that, or it might be this. Either way, it'll probably be around the 25th or around or after. So just make sure you guys send in your new replays, because that means I will need new replays, because the old old replays will be removed, because that's what typically happens. Anyway, let's check rank to see how things are gonna go. Jesus Christ. Well, that's reassuring. So, CH2 servers are down. Great. So, Sky Cruelty and Sergeant Kabotterman with Phoenix and Alexanderberg. Now, let's see. We have Doctrines already. Special Weapons Regiment. I like this one. Hold the Line's great for just, again, fighting a large assault. Concentrated fire operations, good for heavy fortifications. Crocodile's great for forcing infantry. Resupply half-strike's great for actually supporting allied forces. Because not only can you reinforce, you can give allies like British weapons, which is great. And Tank Hunter's pretty good. It's probably one of the best British commanders. And then with this guy, he has heavy cavalry. It's okay. Rifleman field defense is pretty good. The smoke is great because you can call it in, let's say, on an MG, such as this. You can call it in and run around it. However. Ranger is also good close range, mostly. This combined arms things, I don't know what this is supposed to do. I really don't. I never find it really all that good. The Pershing is why everyone loves this doctrine for. Anyway, German Mechanized Doctrine. This one's okay. Sometimes I use this. This is good for countering. Oh god, I think I'm going to be playing with No Sacrifice coming up. But if I do, No Sacrifice, again, apparently I might be doing a live replay, either again this or that live maybe playing with live, because I keep forgetting. I feel bad because he's in Thailand, and he's like, I think by the time I am about to get off, he comes on, so it's like I feel bad, but he's really good. Nice try. You're trying to get around the MG, but there's too many infantry section. You're probably gonna face a lot of issue. If this guy was smart, he'd probably put the infantry section behind heavy cover to increase the fire rate, but that's just me. Man, this MG's running like a crazy person. Although, to be fair, wow, are you gonna kill it? Oh, wow, you're actually going to kill it. Nice job. And he's going to run away. Decent job. Again, infantry section, pretty powerful, but you need to get him in the cover. He should have probably gone in the cover. Anyway, this is good because the Mechanized Grenadier Squad can, like, run around a bunch of MGs. The smoke bombs are good for getting your troops out. Kind of like this, except more. You can shoot down with AA, and it also provides you recon. Artillery is pretty good. I guess hit heavily fortified areas, and command tank's great for just hitting certain, I guess, supporting frontline assaults and making sure the infantry stay alive. Let's see, Mechanized Assault Doctrine, like I said, the Assault Grenadiers are really good close range. Good for taking out guys in buildings as well with their Model 24 grenades. But like I said, but the big thing about them is the fact they have no AT. Stug's pretty good, but I see a lot of people bring this thing out, but typically I don't see it survive very long. Artillery is pretty good if hitting like a fortified position, and Tiger Tank's great for just toe-to-toe. That being said, Tiger will beat the Pershing, because the Pershing, I think of it as like an all-around Panther. It's like, it's not that great. Why you're okay, you could have just, I guess you were treating that way you could put another base up, I assume, but I don't know, whatever. Anyway, nice, interesting bunker location. They most likely could still walk around, because I'm assuming from his bunker that he's going to put up a MG bunker over here, and I doubt it's going to go all the way up to here. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there we go. So the problem is, if they really want to, they can go along this edge and just flank around. So a nice idea, but it's, if the enemy really wants to, they can get around it. Royal Engineers, this is kind of a I mean, like, I get it, you're in heavy cover and you have riflemen supporting, but the Royal Engineers are great close range. You really need to get them very, very close to do a lot of damage. That's what I would recommend doing. How is Alright, so you're pushing down south, and you actually did a pretty good job. Oh, wow, you're actually, holy mackerel, you are pretty far. Typically, the enemy will, like, bottle this up, because whoever's down here, or, like, fighting, they'll just close up these areas and then focus in mid and north. And that's what I see a lot of. Let's see, with an MG42, Probably, yeah, definitely have to retreat the American troops. Because, again, unless you have smoke, which I think you may have. Yes, you do. Okay. Thank Christ. I have to argue with GTA so many times to get smoke. Because he never uses them. That's the only way riflemen are great against MGs. You just use smoke and grenades, like so, to kill them. I don't understand how you can go an American player and you don't get smoke and grenades. It's really ridiculous. Because, again, grenades are good against hitting... Wow, that guy can spin. Good at killing guys like stationary, such as MG position, or using smoke to get around fortified positions, such as this. Like, if you want to, you could smoke here, get up to it, and maybe run some troops around, put a demo charge from the British or something. I don't know. This is a terrible idea. Yeah, let's charge riflemen directly into assault grens. That's great. Assault grens won't instantly destroy your guys. Oh, look, now they're running away. I really want to know the rank of these guys, but I probably won't, because Steam's having issues right now. Oh, boy. Oh, Steam. Oh, by the way, I'm doing a live stream, if you haven't been noticing. And, yeah, I restarted. The new stream is Valkyria Chronicles, as AKA, it's kind of like XCOM, but anime. It's World War II. It's really, really cool. Highly recommend it. But I just want to give a shout out, because people are like, what the fuck is this game? And I'm just like, it's a game on my back burner that it's like, I want to play. The next one I'll probably do is like Civ as the Germans or Japanese, maybe the Italians, one of them, maybe the Soviets, but I think Soviets might be a little too OP. Or I might try XCOM again, and this time, well, actually no, I probably won't do XCOM until they fix it, because goddamn, did a whole live stream in it, and yeah, they need to fix it. They need to fix that game. Performance-wise, it's terrible. Seriously, I have a GTX 970 and I can't run that game. At least with. And by the way, you could say, oh, Greyshot, what about COH2? I thought you were in trouble with that. Yeah, except COH2 I know is never going to change. I've given up with COH2. Anyway. British, again, kind of close. He's very lucky that Rifle Grenade didn't take out more of his guys. It could have easily squad wiped him. Armored Car, very good against actually the Wehrmacht and OKW respectively, because again, it's good against both armor and infantry. It's actually pretty high, it's actually very mobile, so it's very good in that respect. It just lacks armor and firepower. Probably, it can do a quick strike on a Panzer IV, but it can't go toe to toe with a Panzer IV. Okay, heavy cover, no cover. Throwing a grenade up here. This guy's smart, pulling back, so probably a higher level player, I'm assuming, with this guy, and moving back up. Even though this is a lieutenant, there's no cover, and then more troops are over here. Really surprised he isn't moving them up. But overall, I see the Grenadiers winning this fight just simply because they had better cover for the longer period of time. Oh, wow, you're going to lose that. Nope, you might live. Okay. Nice idea. If I was the American player, okay, there we go. I would put up bunkers, which you kind of did, and I would kind of like hold this point and try to hold mid. It seems like you're coming up here. Nice job with the armor car killing that bunker. Again, you have no AT. You just have an anti-infantry. Very quickly, like this 8 minutes in, that bunker's going down. So it's a delaying effort. It's not really a substantial effort. You did get AT, so that's pretty smart. At least you're preparing to fight the armored car. You have some AT forces. Let me see what those guys look like. Tank detection. Okay, so they get really tank detection as well, and AT grenades for just 300. Really? Oh, but it takes a while to bring it more out. I would easily get those British then. Unless they're not like guards rifle AT rifles and they just suck versus infantry. That would be bad. But just for 200 more munitions, you get 3 bonus abilities. That's pretty epic. With the guns, detection, and AT grenade. Nice armored car again, using that distance. Once again, we have another rifleman charge. There is a bunker, I assume, over here that's turning. I don't know if this thing... Like, again, we can see here there's a rock by the window. So I'm not sure if the MG can actually shoot out that window and if it's actually effective. If so, that is the most OP thing ever. Because, man, you want a glitch, shoot through a rock. People complain about the PAC-43 being OP, shooting through buildings. There's an MG shooting through a goddamn rock. Alright, let's see. We have Panzer Grenadiers moving up. Unfortunately, these guys are not good against infantry, so I really don't see it being effective. Okay, we have a grenade. That could definitely do a lot. But overall, just gunfire-wise, it's not that great. Okay, you should have... That was a bad move. I feel like you should have done it. Either throw the grenade or throw that. The rifle grenade's harder to detect. In this situation, Rifleman's going to win, even though they're in no cover. Grenadiers are in medium cover. The only way this would change if they're in heavy cover. Oh my god, nice grenade. I like what you're trying to do there, knowing that he was going to retreat, but missed it barely. I do like that, though. That was pretty cool. So what are you going to go? You have the major. I'm assuming you're saving up for the major is why you have 120 fuel close to. MG from the bunker, I assume? Wow, you're at their base. Okay, very nice. Yeah, you just got the major, so you're trying to rush out. At least you have a good amount of infantry. You don't have that much munitions, even though you have the weapon unlocked, so that could be a negative. Although I could definitely see, like, okay, trying to get some better stuff. With you, you have a sniper. I like that. British sniper is great. I have a great replay of this thing just annihilating armor, and I was on the receiving end of it, where someone's like, let's get 8 British snipers, because they're terrible at hitting guys in buildings, but they make up for it in just being very, very good at just, like, hitting armor and actually doing damage. It can kill any armor unit. It can puncture any armor unit, I should say. Even a heavily armored tank, I've seen it kill. The only problem is, of course, it's harder to hit, but if you have 8 of those things firing, it can easily kill. If you have, like, a couple of those, you can... The best thing to do with a sniper is have them on standby and get them vetted and do a crit shot. And that crit shot, the best thing it will do is it will literally knock out that vehicle in some capacity. Whether it be scope or... I don't think it will be the engine, but it will be something with involving, like, a turret or blinded or something, like something along those lines. Nice assault, but the problem is, again, there's a large line here. You should have probably saved up and got smoke. And then smoked it and then pushed up if you really wanted to. I mean, I guess you want to try to take out the armored car. Nice, wow, that was a nice AT shot. Problem is, there's a lot of guys. Why the heck did you face this MG this way? Do you have something facing mid? You don't. That's a very weird position. I'm going to be very honest with you. So... yeah, so anyway, this is over here. I guess you're trying to make sure it guards the flank and this, but I think it would be better if you just had to face the mid, because I really don't think a flank is all that useful for them. And actually, right now, the Axis are kind of in a bad situation, because we can see right now that they're barely holding the munitions point, and they kind of need some more normal points, because we look at the difference between the two. Munitions-wise, they're getting 32, allies getting 52. 20 for the allies, 32 for the allies. It's just because all of these points right here need to be captured. It truly does. So I like this defensive line, though. Nice AT gun. I think the American AT gun will be better because this is so far and so narrow. You could activate the American special ability and just have an AT gun look very far and do saber rounds. That would be Sabat rounds, whatever you want to call them. Oh boy, Sabao, I think was someone corrected me at one time. Rangers, nice job. Getting the upgrades, make him very good at close range. Very nice. At this point, what do I see? Okay, so we have army size 56, 51. So the Axis have smaller armies. That being said, they do have a lot of fuel. We can see here this guy has a ton of fuel, and he's saving up. I'm assuming he's saving up to get this. He's trying to rush for a Panther, which I feel like is a bad move. In a 2v2, you want to make sure you get armor out. I feel like rushing it would be a bad move. Honestly, a Panzerwerfer would be right here. Would be fantastic. We can see here, this is what I'm talking about. You get this thing redistributes weapons, so you can easily pick it up, and any person can pick these up, not just the British. I like the Stug coming in for the flank, and I like the flank move, but again, this thing is guarding, so I don't know what the point is. Also, the Stug is... I don't think it's the better Stug. Let's see. Normal Stug's 280 and 90, so this is actually a weaker Stug. That I think is better against infantry, while this one is just AT. Yeah. Nice pack. Nice idea, but unfortunately, you push the Stug up too much. Again, it's a Stug, or Stug, however you want to pronounce it. It's not going to do all that much. This guy really needs to put down some decent defenses. This MG bunker is not working. Hate to break it to you. They keep coming up this way. Put a bunker. It's really not that difficult. Before you say, "Oh, Greyshot, they could do mine. They could do smoke to get around it." It's very simple. Just whatchamacallit. Use a mine. Just have a minefield. Then you know they're coming up through this small area. Epic minefield would literally kill his entire squad. That being said, I feel like what Alexander needs right now, and I see he's saving up. I think he wants to save it for a Pershing. Honestly, a Sherman would be very good right now with the explosive rounds, because this guy, even though he's saving up a lot, he doesn't have access to the heavier stuff. So right now, he has basically infantry. If he could focus on just killing his infantry with the explosive rounds from Sherman, because again, he could probably get the fuel really quickly. He'll be fine. Is he getting a Sherman? No, he's getting a Jackson. And I feel like this is something that I feel like you're trying to preempt. Like, it's like, oh my god, they're going to get a Stug, or they're going to get something else. But as we can tell, neither of them really have the capacity to get heavier armor, nor do they have the ability to. So getting a Jackson, I feel like, is not the right move. I guess you can have it on standby. I truly think a Sherman, because it's good against armor and infantry. And before you say, hey, Greyshot, what if they do get a Panther? What then? You have so much infantry that you could literally give them bazookas. You have the upgrade and you have the munitions for it. Just give them like 3 bazookas. And of course, they're already upgrades, so they get AT, so you'd be fine. I love these guys. Look at those awesome weapons. Again, with the half-track, you get special weapons that you get off it that is not available through the normal, I guess, slot in the base. Or in the, where's this thing? The Fort Assembly. That's actually really good against infantry. You can, I think the Anvil, you get the, you can get those for your engineers, and it may turn them into heavy engineers, and they're pretty powerful. They make the heavy engineers actually pretty good, and it's not that much of a, I think it's like 50 munitions for an upgrade. It's not that bad. Nice AT. This guy once again gets a Stug. Are you kidding me? And guys, he upgraded, wait, is this the same one? I swear to God, if this is the same one. Nope. He got the cheap one. I don't understand it. I also don't understand this. If you want this dead so badly, move up your AT gun and pop shot it. It's really not that difficult. And you have the range. You can do that. And before you say, Greyshot, what about infantry? It's like, that's why you should build a bunker over here or something, because we're gonna deal with an American blob going through. The Jackson would be the counter to the bunker if he made one. But that being said, you just put a pack and you'll be able to hold him back. All right, let's see. Royal Engineers. I'm just doing an upgrade, I assume. War speed enabled. Oh, he went Anvil. Very nice. So he went Anvil, which will, oh, here we go. Perfect. Can I click on this again? Okay, so you get the Piat or you get the Vickers LMG. Again, both very good. Let's see. So we went Anvil. So I'm assuming with the amount of munitions he saved, the fuel he's saving up, he's gonna probably go for a Comet. This guy really needs to get something else in that stupid Stug. It's not gonna help you. Yes, you need something against infantry. Honestly, you need a Panzerwerfer. Either of you two knuckleheads need a Panzerwerfer. You should get the upgrade immediately and then buy the headquarters, because that's what you need. You have 300 fuel. You need it. It's like one guy has so much fuel, one guy has so much manpower, and neither one can actually get something better. It's kind of getting ridiculous. Nice sniper again, holding down middle, taking them out. Really pushing these guys back. Again, as you can see here, the Axis have gained a little bit more ground. But the problem is, as you can see, the Jackson's going to focus fire here. I would activate armor-piercing rounds. I feel like that would do something against it. It wouldn't be much. But, you know, whatever. Also, these guys moving up. We're going to have a flank. And I guarantee you that guy with the Thompson is probably going to mow them down. And the Jackson, again, pretty powerful gun. And it's just a fortified position. They're just going to kill the fortified position. And 20 bucks, this guy, oh no, he actually went armor-piercing rounds. Look how much damage it's doing, people. Again. Well, actually, no, it didn't do anything that time. But it actually does something. It's something. It's not highly effective, but it's damaging it. It's pushing it back. Also, get the heck out of here. Wait. Are you kidding me? You put 600 manpower into an artillery piece. And you're firing it at the Jackson. Why? Why are you doing this? Here's my reasoning. Why are you firing this artillery piece? Because, simply put, you need to hit their fortified position, right? Right? Am I not wrong in that statement? I'm pretty right. So, okay, where are the enemy fortified? Is it A, over here, B, over here, or C, over here. You're right. It is. Oh, it is B. Oh my god. I just saw Dora the Explorer mixed with Avatar Katara, and it was probably one of the stupidest yet funniest things I've seen in quite some time. The best thing I've seen well, apparently King Shark's in The Flash, and they're bringing him back, so I can't wait to see that. That would be really cool. Like, there's some things like, I'm just like, yes, can't wait for. And now that would probably be the best thing. If that turns out to be good, because that 30-second clip of the Flash is a really good show, but it's a superhero show on CW. But if they can do what they do with Gorilla Grodd in season 1, that would be really, really good. I mean, they did Gorilla Grodd in season 2, and it was actually just as good. But if they can make, okay, I just noticed this. Why do you have 2 Stugs? For the love of Christ! And you could have saved 80 fuel and what, 320, 390, no, 290. 280, 90 fuel and 280 manpower by not getting this stupid thing. You could have gone Oswind, and Oswind would be so much better than this stupid thing. I don't understand. Did it just kill? Okay, never mind. You actually killed something with it. Congratulations. But with 2 of them, I can see them being effective. But you've lost like 2 of them so far, I think. And you're charging an AT gun. That's a really smart move. Although, actually, to be fair, the way you're using it, actually right like on that edge, was pretty smart. I'll give you that. That was a nice flank. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And that was a nice job pretty much taking out their defensive. But that being said, I do feel like this Stug is going to be a bad move. Because, again, I just don't feel like it can really pierce heavier armor. And if the British guy is saving for a comment, I see the comment pretty much tearing him down. Should have retreated there. Kind of sucks. Again, we can see the sniper shot knocking out something for a short period of time. But yeah, he's actually taking out quite a few guys. Just sniping. Pretty good for him. We have a Sherman finally moving up. Again, nice shot. Knocked out the main gun. Sniper. Awesome. And the Stug's instant killed. He couldn't retreat. Couldn't do anything. We have a Stug on standby. But it's a Stug. And look how much damage it did. It did. I think the armor-piercing rounds did more damage to a Jackson. Also, it bounced off the Jackson. Which it's hard. If you bounce off a Jackson, that's pretty tough. Right? Like, that being said, oh my god. Stop. Bad. Bad. Stop it. Stop it. Stop with these stupid Stugs. Oh my god. Do you have all the upgrades? You don't even have the upgrades. You actually really have a bunch of recruit upgrades, so I'm actually feeling you're not the higher rank for... No, Sky Cruelty. I'm sorry. It would be this guy. And this guy actually has some better stuff, so... I don't know. That's weird. Why you keep getting these, I don't know. I really don't know. And why? Jeez, stop it. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at 2 tactics that you guys are currently doing that I don't understand. Am I crazy and like wondering why these guys are going this? Like, one guy's going Stug heavy, one guy is going artillery heavy, and I don't understand why. Artillery is great for hitting fortified positions, but there's no fortified position. I get it, you're hitting this generalized area, but unless you get a ton of kills, I actually see you wasting 1,200 manpower instead of getting a Panther, which would have really helped your teammate right about now. Nice pack, though. If he was really smart to use the one that... Nope, no, it abandoned it. Nice. Pack still firing. I would attack target at this location because it's barely out of range. You could easily move it up or Panzerfaust it or steal it. Stealing it would also work. Nope. They killed it. Alright, nice job. Artillery. Alright, I will give it this. 1 artillery piece is fine, but you have 2 currently hitting this position. Why, I don't know. So here comes the comet, and I feel like this is where the Axis are literally going to get wrecked. Like Bush on the poles. Ooh, did I just go political on this? Yeah. I think my brother and I will be doing a podcast either this week or next week, but it's like, we're trying to, I want to talk about 2 things, a couple things. A bunch of recent stuff with YouTube copyright claims, that have been thing with like Channel Awesome and a few other different like a bunch of other stuff that's been in, like hitting people lately. And also I wanted to hopefully talk about the like again my politics. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't mention politics. I swear to God, you mention politics, I'm gonna freak out. It's like, just listen. It's like, I may not like oh my God, this guy's gonna get annihilated. I don't want to. I don't like talking about politics if people don't want to. But I also don't mind of listening to what other people have to say and then trying to think about it, what they have to say, and then try to interpret and see if their views can be changed or can just be accepted. Again, bars annihilating these guys. Like, for example, I truly honestly don't like Trump. I get it, people want a person that speaks their mind, but I feel like Trump is just, he doesn't know what comes out of his mouth is just erratic, insensible, and not true. That's the big thing. It's just not true. More so, it doesn't change than an average politician. People are upset over like all the politicians previously, like, oh, he's lying or he's faking. With Trump, he speaks what comes out of his mouth, but what comes out of his mouth is also not true. It's just not true. Coming from a criminal justice major, I may have an idea of the current rates of criminal activity coming from the border. Just saying, I may have them. I could say he's kind of being false in a lot of things. Oh, Jesus Christ. Although, to be fair, it's hard to imagine people believing that is actual fact. But, you know, it is an issue. Immigration is an issue. But that being said, oh my God, it's fun to see some stuff. Nice grenades killing the stuff. Nice try again holding mid. Again, what the Axe is trying to do is hold the stars and win the game. You can see here they're holding this from the MG. So right now they just have to hold mid to win the game. Yeah. Actually, I don't like any of the Republicans. I feel like Carson is like Carson and Rubio are robots. Ted Cruz is an angry Canadian, like the rare angry Canadian. And then Kaish is just a person that is like, hi, I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. And everyone forgets about me. Man, that artillery could have killed that poor thing. Again, nice idea with the artillery, just keep paying this area. But like I said, I feel like, wow, actually 13 kills and 4 kills. We'll see how that goes. I still question it. I also question you not getting have your armor. I also question, why'd you get this? You have enough fuel to easily go for this. That way you can get yourself a Panther and a Panzerwerfer. A Panzerwerfer would be great right now, because think about it. Do a Panzerwerfer right here, boom bada bing, you kill the American blob and GG. But no. The big thing about the Americans I hate is the fact that they don't have anything good to counteract hard emplacements. The British do, the Soviets do, the Americans do not, unless you have a specific commander. And that's the thing I hate, is like, without a commander, you are screwed. Before you say, what do the British have? They have the borders and other things, and their own emplacements, and even like the bombing run. But yeah, the Americans really don't have that unless you get the Calliope, which apparently will get patched, part of the update. Again, rushing up a Pershing while Pershing's very good, it's not the end-all be-all, and wow, you died from a Stug. I just want to let you know, you died from the Stug. Not the Stugs this guy keeps bringing in, because no, those are assault Stugs. Assault, as if assault Stugs. You died from a is this a normal one? Yeah, it's a G. It's not E. Thank Christ this guy goes for better armor. So yeah, as you can see here, the Axis actually have a ton of resources now, and the British and the American player need some better forces. The American player, again, as you can see here, has a good amount of infantry, but he did lose armor, so that's a bad thing. Phoenix has some decent armor and like a bunch of weakened forces, and is kind of just barely clinging on. I guess they should just finish up. So, Democratic side, I feel like Hillary Clinton is just I feel like she's a good candidate. I don't necessarily like her. Personally, I think out of everyone like Bernie Sanders, there are definitely problems with him, but I feel like he's the most genuine. And it's funny because actually, kind of relating to that, and actually with this, the reason why I think a lot of people are with him is actually with YouTube. I'm also going to relate this to YouTube. Nice smoke pushing through, simply because of the fact that when I do these commentaries, I'm coming to you like just being honest and telling you my honest opinion. It doesn't matter if you guys like that, fine. If you guys don't like that and want someone with a different personality, there's plenty of people on YouTube. But that's what I feel like that candidate does really well, is he's just genuinely honest about what he is and what he does. And and YouTube is pretty much built upon that, so that's why I feel like a lot of people love I don't want to say love him, but like his stance compared to Hillary Clinton, which is also like scripted and very just like artificial, and I think that's why people don't like him. That's why I also think people like Trump, but Trump, what comes out of Trump's mouth, I don't want to hear. What comes out of Trump's mouth, I feel like it would be something that, it would be some weird uncle that's at a party, and it's just like, please, just quiet down, please. And everyone just gathers around and see what your crazy uncle's going to say, and everyone doesn't take him seriously. Yeah, that's what I think is going on. But that's me, anyway. Sorry if you guys think that was terrible or anything, but actually I think it kind of relates to this game and YouTube in general, and at least my commentating. So there, I made everything patched together. Besides, it's pretty much just been the Axis curb stomping them. Although, to be fair, the Allies did a great job killing the Stugs. But the Axis have come back. I mean, they have nice AT defenses now. They have good infantry, well-rounded infantry, mind you, with close range and medium to long-range infantry if they get the MG42s. Using great smoke tactics, making sure, like I said, the blob was halted with mines, although as we can see now, that kind of got stopped. Did you steal the 50 cal machine gun? Is that what that is? I think it's a 50 cal machine gun. I like how you deployed smoke. Why? Why? Oh, there was another MG. Yeah, at this point, just retreat. You're not going to get anywhere. He's going to throw a grenade on you, and you're going to die. Very close. Oh, man, both those guys very close to dying. Probably should retreat the MG right now, but it's going to be very hard to beat back the Axis. The easiest way I see that is to come through here, but as you can see, there's multiple Grenadiers, so probably you want to send a Comet or something that's very, very good at shredding infantry. What I can see the Axis doing, oh my god, Phoenix, use those munitions, my god, because look, he is 250 and 250. You could easily do, like, both and just hammer both the American player and, I'm sorry, not the American player. You can help the American player and then push up and beat back both Axis, because we can see right now, oh, finally, this guy finally got the better stuff. Finally. But it wasn't even this guy we wanted. It was Sky. He still has 360. This guy could have saved up and got a King Tiger for Pete's sake, instead of wasting, I think it's like 100. No, I think it's like 85. Well, with the upgrade, it's like 100 fuel, maybe more. So yeah, he definitely could have got something better. But it's gonna be very difficult for the British to push back here. We do have a Crocodile, and looks like he deploys smoke so they can see where the enemy is. So that's pretty good. Oh yeah, the Grenadiers just own something. Probably either working on a mine or working around. Crocodile though moving up. Crocodile could burn this guy. He can come. Once again, Crocodile has a flamethrower on it and just burns infantry like no one's business. For those who missed out the Crocodile's glory days before it was patched, it literally ate infantry. Now it just like does it piecemeal, but still, as you can see here, it's still pretty powerful, just murdering infantry very quickly. I think I'm confident. I love IGN. I love IGN in some regards and dislike it in others, but I will say this: it had one of the best quotes about COH2. All your men are army dolls, where you could shoot them like sponge, and they'll turn them into SpongeBob, but they'll keep coming at you. But goddamn, you have a flamethrower, and that wax doll is gonna, or I guess action figure will melt on you pretty quickly. Nice AT fire, gonna push back that Comet. Very nice job. Again, you kind of need that recon. You're gonna rush up your Panzer IV, try to get a kill, and you're gonna end up getting this thing. Yep, there it goes. Wow, Pax can't even see, well, this one can't even see it. Nice shot with the AT gun. And this is where a Panther would have been better, because you could have actually hit the Comet. You could have probably, instead of bouncing, it most likely would have pierced. And also, you could have taken more rounds, and it probably would have bounced a lot of those. So that's the current. But that being said, the British player, while he has a lot of good armor, lacks any infantry. He's pretty much lost everything. That Artie, I will literally say, I am sorry for doubting you, Sky Cruelty. I am very sorry, because the Allied players do not have any sort of like precision bombing strike. Well, that they would want to use, because, you know, naturally you figure he would use the Crocodile's flares over here and then call in a precision, this concentrated heavy fire operation to annihilate these two artillery positions. You would think he would do that, and that would be like the smart move to do. But no, he didn't do that. He didn't want to do that. I'm not entirely sure why. He could have easily killed both these things. But no, they're just going to start firing again. And they're just going to keep hammering the enemy position. And by the way, they're both like 2 to 3 stars. I think this one's now going to go 3 stars very soon. But honestly, if we look at the range of this thing, he could honestly start shelling the American base. And how awesome would that be? You actually start hitting and knocking out the American base. That would be pretty cool in my book. You have a 50 cal machine gun, sir. That is also pretty nice. You need to stop coming from this way. You need to do something different, because now they're getting to a point where literally it's like, well, it's 10 o'clock. The Americans will be coming through this way. Yes, point the MGs. Here they come. They're suppressed. And now they retreat. Okay. And we should expect them back at 4 o'clock later today. Let's go grab some biscuits, and we'll be right back. It's like literally they take a lunch break, and they're right back. It's really, really sad. But if you were to come over here, like I see you're kind of doing, and flank over here and doing that, like an awesome thing, put smoke down here and do a counter, knock out the fuel for the Axis, you could do a lot of damage. Since there's so many tanks, I'm really surprised this guy doesn't move up his packs. He could either come up here, or if he wants to keep them safe, I would put one here and one here. That way, of course, they're firing long range, because you can do a lot of damage right now. But you're kind of keeping the AT guns back. Oh, now you do the Operation Barrage, and we're going to see him disregard his AT guns and probably be hit by artillery. Well, I would say that was a decent strike. I think the audience would have to agree. And another one's going to come in, probably take it out, if I assume. Yep, he just lost both because of he wasn't paying attention. Although I've seen kind of on both sides kind of doing that, but whatever. And now I'm gonna literally show you probably the default of the Stugs. Because as you can see here, the Stugs doing a little bit of damage. Not all that much. At least it's piercing, I'll give it that. There's 2. But with the comma and everything and the AT guns, yeah, right now the Axis need to call an artillery here or something. But right now, I don't think they really even have that option. Do they have any light artillery? Smoke? I would put down smoke maybe. Jesus Christ, that thing is powerful. You could have easily killed both these things before you say, hey, Greyshot, it's in the base. No, it's not, because artillery can only be outside the base now, because they changed that. Because it's like, well, we don't want to put artillery in the base because they know it's very hard to hit. But anyway, yeah, you could easily just like do it right here. Before you say, hey, Greyshot, they don't have recon. The Major has recon planes, so that's BS. Oh boy, so the American player once again comes up here. He's using the dead Sherman as cover. That's pretty great. We're going to use the carcass of our former failed plan to move up. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, looks like they're pushing over here, but they're using the wrong troops. This guy had once a ton of grenadiers. He pretty much wasted them. So now, as we can see, they're kind of even now. This guy, Cruelty guy, is a full army. And I do like he finally got a Panzerwerfer, but he's not moving it for whatever reason. And look what Panzerwerfer shot right there would literally get that thing ranked up to 1 star. Almost guaranteed. Pretty much guaranteed. But no, it's fine. You just want to not use it at all and just keep it in your base. Your other artillery can also fire, and I would highly recommend just start taking out this guy's base, because again, you could literally kill like the barracks, or you could kill a command company or something. I don't know, he's not using it, but you get the point. You could use it to kill a lot of stuff. Also, you could use the artillery to start hammering the tanks that are getting killed. Nice pack gun. Again, looks like you remanded, but like I said, you really need 2 for extra firepower, and I feel like you're slowly but surely losing this. Actually, I'm not even sure how you're losing this, honestly. I feel like you're literally just not addressing key concerns. Like, wow, nice AT grenade. Those heat-sinking AT grenades. But I feel like you knew they were coming through here. You did nothing to stop them. Wow, really? Is this 50 cal machine gun? You knew they had heavier armor, so you got more Stugs. No, you needed Panthers. Or, oh boy. And I love these comments just moving around. It's pretty much, I think, GG at this point. Because, again, the Axis had a point where they could have broke the Allies. But the Allies just regrouped. And as you can see, just got better equipment. The Allies make mistakes? Absolutely, they make mistakes. What is it called? The Pershing was instant, like, why'd you stand it by yourself? But hey, they're doing better now. They're cutting off the fuel point. They're doing really well. Nice assault. But the problem is they have to deal with 2 Comets right now and a Churchill. They have to get some better armor, and they just don't have that. First Panther of the game, 40 minutes in. Hallelujah. It's like, wow, that took forever for you just to get one single Panther. Nice assault runs, pushing back the Lieutenant. At least he can get some points back. But yeah, I think American players is gonna do really good. Honestly, can someone please tell me what this thing does and if it's actually good? I've seen no one use this thing at all, and I feel like this is so. How do I say this? I feel like this is a bad thing to use, and I don't think anyone ever uses this thing, simply because of the fact it's very difficult, in my opinion, to probably lead an assault with I guess you could use it with a Pershing, but in my opinion, it's very tough to keep. Oh, what was I gonna say? It's very hard to keep those things in such close approximation. Plus, it's 125 munitions, so I really don't know if it's worth it or not. Please, someone in the comments, let me know if it's actually worth it. Rangers lead the way, and by lead the way, they're gonna show the way to retreat. Oh boy. But we shall see. Panther coming in for a nice flank, but there's so much armor time, it doesn't matter. If you move up the Panzer Grenadiers, dude, you might have a chance. You would probably have a chance, but no, you don't. And your Panther is not even focus fire on armor. Plus, nice sniper shot. We can see here knocking out the enemy tank. And wow, they're just going to bum rush it. Nice sniper shot hitting it from the side, doing actually quite a bit of damage. Look at this nice epic block. Again, stopping him from retreating. Stunned. Thank you. And it died. It's like, that's how you lose a unit. Oh, look, a light artillery barrage. Guess what the light artillery barrage is not going to be good against? The Crocodile. My god. What? The Crocodile is aka Churchill. You know what the Churchill is? Literally a moving armor, a health table. It is so much health on this thing. It is ridiculous. Also, flamethrower, love it. It instantly kills this thing. Actually, I think maybe that wasn't light artillery. I think it was a Panzerwerfer, but still, it did nothing. Also, now you move in Stugs with the AT guns. Why didn't you move the AT guns in here so you could flank all the Comets when they moved around? Nice defensive line, but you let the Crocodile get way too close, and now it's going to just burn the AT guns down. And why are you retreating the Stugs? The Stugs probably could have beat back both these things. Just saying. Once again, we have more artillery, but it's hitting the wrong location. It should have hit a fortified area, which could be here. Which, by the way, looks like the crater of the moon right now because there's so many artillery hits. But literally, you could hit shots here. And think about one artillery shot hitting this guy's base. Or the units there. That would be incredible. That would be GG. The American player, aka Alex, would be gone. Phoenix would be great. But no, Sky Cruelty is like, hey, no. My artillery is going to be used to hit random infantry units across the map. And while that's worked, it's not winning the game anymore. These guys have learned, and they're spreading out their forces, and they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, I think it's not really they learning. I think it's just like, okay, we're just going to get armor. But yeah, honestly, this sergeant guy lost everything. He's pretty much out of the game. And Sky Cruelty has a full armor set, but he can't fight 2 guys by himself. There's no way. It's just not going to happen. So honestly, it's just GG. It's seriously, yeah, it's Panzerwerfer coming in, no location. You know, you could use recon, right? The smoke barrage, you can do it in your base and just have it directed at the enemy, and you could use recon, right? Or you could use a spotting scope on maybe your Stug or something. And even though it's like Greyshot, why would the heck would I ever have a spotting scope? Well, it's very simple. It's very simple. You could literally be stationary and have recon and also snipe These things that are literally within range that you can't see because of fog of war. But no, the Comets are just going to do great, and I would be very surprised if Alex doesn't move up the Jacksons right behind, so when they engage, Jackson just snipe them. Again, Jacksons are very, very good at... Again, Jacksons are not meant to be front range. Like, a Panzer IV, if it goes toe-to-toe with the Jackson, could kill the Jackson, hypothetically. If it's fast enough, and if it can get enough hits. Because if it can hit every single hit, it's fine. But when the Jackson's long range, and you can't close the distance, then you have something to worry about. Nice kill. Again, better infantry, better armor, better weapon. If you have 3 okay, I was going to say, if you had 3 studs, I would literally lose my mind. Oh my god. Nice position. I feel like maybe a little bit closer, but at least you're keeping your distance. Make sure you're outside the range of the Panzerwerfer. This armored line right here by Phoenix is just like... Yeah, you're not getting through. He has 2 Comets, which will pretty much fight back any armor, plus a Crocodile, which will burn any infantry that comes into the star. Panzerwerfer shot and artillery. I wonder where that's going. You missed! Oh my god, you miss. Nice shot with the artillery, but you're missing it and you're just going to move. I like how it sounded like it was a tank hit, but no, it's just like a piece of artillery. Like, I mean, MG. Nice AT line, killing 1 Comet very quickly. The pack's trying, but there's just the bouncing, hitting, and it's not going well. Nice sniper shots, by the way. Just pinning it. Very good job. Is this pinning it? No, you could do gammon bombs, so that could definitely pin something. AT gun defensive line, but the infantry is going to move up to help clear it. Infantry coming around for the flank, which will probably annihilate this. Panther got hit with a mine. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh, you're so incredibly stupid, you know that, Panther. Go off by yourself when you know the enemy has mines, and you know the enemy's everywhere. By the way, in case you don't know, as you can see, as it states here, sandbags and mines. So yeah, they get the passive ability to lay mines, so good for them. But yeah, it's just sad. It just... Yeah. I mean, it was a good game, I'll give them that, but why the reliance on these weird units, I don't understand. I get it, Stugs can be good, but you need a good front line unit. And you just don't have that. Neither of these guys could get something that could go toe-to-toe with the Crocodile. All their stuff, as shown here, while effective against this stuff, can't survive a consistent engagement with any of this armor and infantry. They just can't. So it's really... I do think that I will take my back on say the artillery was good, and this guy is pretty stupid because he won't use concentrated fire at this position, which would kill everything, but that's just me. We really move... Yep, just move up the Jacksons. They can keep that range. Panther can't retreat. No way. Dude, you're just gonna lose it. That's what I mean by closing the pocket. Are you seriously having your artillery gun fire at this position? What? I'm done. I'm done. Stop it. Just please, just fire at this guy's base. But yeah, there's nothing they can do. They don't. The sergeant guy doesn't have enough fuel or really any resources to really continue an engagement. And this guy, Cruelty guy, although he has a really nice army, is just not using it very well. He just can't do anything. Alex got his army back, and Phoenix did as well. And now they're just pushing up the hill. I don't blame them. Panzerwerfer firing a shot. It's probably going to hit and miss. You're hitting a location where, alright, whatever. A lot of shots firing. I guess there's going to be a big charge right now, but I'll give you this. The Stugs are doing a pretty good job at killing the armor. But, like I said, you need something with recon. You won't give these guys spotting scopes for whatever reason. Which would be really good, by the way, and you have enough munition points for it. Just get a Panther, so that way it can take the hits, it can go out and search, and you're all good. Nice AT grenade, by the way, to take it. I love how he just gets back inside, although he does lose the rank, and the sniper might kill it, which would be incredible. In any case, that's game. Wow, was there really a Pershing? Yep, Pershing deployed. Sky Cruelty and Sergeant actually had this game. They threw it out because they mismanaged their units, and they kept picking units that, while good for a time, they slowly outdid their welcome, and they just couldn't deal with the British heavy armor and the American infantry. Let's see. Phoenix, most damage. I could understand that. The comments. Most kills, also to him. I'm going to assume the Crocodile. Most losses went to Alex. I'm assuming just because of his infantry. Riflemen can be easily killed. Anyway, Sky Cruelty, the most damage. Again, I can kind of see it. But, yeah, honestly, Sergeant. Was Sergeant? Yes. No. No, Sky Cruelty. Yeah, now I definitely see it. All his Stug stuff like that. That's fine. Yeah, he did pretty good. No, Sergeant had the Stugs. What am I saying? Why did he get so much damage? I'm actually curious. What was your best unit? Oh, Stug. You got the normal Stug, not the F. You got the G. The G is good. The F. Your F. Did the F1 do anything? No, your best thing was the Pax. That's what you got. Okay. Sorry, I got confused there for a second. I'm like, what? Most kills, definitely. Again, your artillery was also really nice. Again, we can see here, 36 kills, 23 kills. Not bad for a piece of artillery. That being said, I do feel like you could have used it for better opportunities, such as hanging this location or this location, and using this as recon would probably have been better for you, but that's just saying. That's just me spitballing ideas. Sergeant was probably the worst player. Lost a lot of units. Didn't really do all that much. It did some decent damage, but overall could have done better. Yeah, never a Tiger Tank. Very surprised. I think a Tiger Tank would actually have been pretty good, honestly, for taking a lot of hits and going toe-to-toe with some comets. That being said, don't stand out by itself, but you get the point. In any case, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you send in those replays, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.